Riverside communities ready to jump into action as Mother Nature continues dumping rain all throughout the area. ABC News Channel 20's Kimberly Howard has more on the conditions along the Illinois River in Meridosha.
By the looks of this dry levee, it seems as though flooding concerns for this community are far off in the distance, but this rainy weather is bringing back bad memories of when the Illinois River was threatening to overflow its banks and potentially devastate communities along the way.
The river has been up, it's been up over 14 feet.
That's below flood stage in Meridosha, and nothing compared to the nearly 29 feet of water held back by this levee last year.
We had volunteers working practically around the clock during the critical periods.
Volunteers who laid down more than 80,000 sandbags, and that number could have been higher.
The Corps of Engineers sent us a new system that we put along the south edge of town down here. There were barriers. We filled them with sand and then covered them with plastic.
Not only did that hold back the water, but much needed resources the village could then save for another rainy day.
We contained it. Did quite well with minimal damage, considering that's the highest water we'd had since 1943.
Last year's flooding is fresh on the minds of those who live in these riverside communities, as well as the minds of those charged with keeping those same people dry and safe.
It's very important from the very beginning of a disaster for the locals to be documenting their expenses, because we never know up front whether or not this will be a disaster that will be asking for federal assistance.
The National Weather Service says parts of the area could see 2 to 4 inches of rain in a matter of 48 hours.
We still do have to be concerned about the potential for strong storms and rapid rainfall rates, which could cause flash flooding.
Meteorologist Patrick Bach expects the Illinois River will slosh in the flood stage at both Havana and Beardstown over the next few days.
Now, this is just the beginning of the rainy season, so officials will continue to monitor the situation, particularly areas like this, which can be susceptible to flooding. In Meridosha, Kimberly Howard, ABC News Channel 20.
You can track the river level where you live, as well as find some tips on how to keep you and your family safe during these spring rains. We have all that information on our website. There's the address right there on your screen, WICS.com.